Information, visit SCEducationLottery.com.
Furnishings for the set of the Buddy Pough Show are provided by Whitash Furnishings. Whitash Furnishings is our proud sponsor of the Buddy Pough Show.
I don't think you could have dreamed of a better afternoon weather-wise for Saturday's homecoming game. South Carolina State winning. The tallest coach, you deferred to give Delaware State the football to begin the game.
Yeah, and you could see that they were getting a little seam here at the very beginning. But, you know, we decided to continue to kick it to them. Eventually it comes back to haunt us. On the very first play here, Roynell Ferguson makes a nice play on the inside zone play. Delaware State, of course, out of Dover, Delaware. Catch here and run by LaRon Moore, and this guy was a player. He was, and Donovan Richards finally gets him down here, but, you know, we just didn't quite tackle well enough, and then they come back here and throw a little ball here. And I really didn't know if he caught this ball or not, but Marquis gets a interception here. And tell you what, we'll take it. Bulldogs on the first possession. Malcolm Long has been stellar all year, and Terrence Smith, a big day from him as well. Yeah, Malcolm has really thrown the ball here well, and this is what you really get with Terrence. Terrence drops his pass there and runs for another 2 or 3 yards after he catches the ball, and then Trey Young is really having a coming out party. You know, we throw the little dig route to him across on the across the middle there, and he goes in and scores. 24 yards, Trey Young from Malcolm Long culminates a 6-play, 64-yard drive. Took 2 minutes and 42 seconds. Bulldog up just like that, 7-0. You see part of the 22,000 on hand. Another big week in attendance for South Carolina State. Yeah, we got to have you know, another 2 crowds of 20,000 more, you know, to make our attendance pay off for the year. And you see Dominique Ellis and Donovan Richards here on the blitz that we got going here, and they sack Anthony Glod there. Big play for South Carolina State's defense. Defense played very well on Saturday, did not give up an offensive touchdown, forcing Delaware State into a punt situation. And you talked about Trey Young, Coach. He does make it happen, even on special teams. And you can see his speed here as he runs around the edge. And not only is he a fast guy, but he's got some shake and bake in him, too. So, you know, if he continues to develop his toughness, then I think he really has a shot to play at the next level. Speaking of shake and bake in the next level, this guy may have a ticket upstairs. Yeah, Will Ford. Yeah, Will is, you know, really playing well. And we're not getting as many yards as we'd like, but, you know, it's nice to see him score here. And, you know, he had about 87 yards yesterday. Hopefully we can get him some big yardage in the next 3 games. 13-yard touchdown run for Will. He had 5.1 yards he averaged per carry on Saturday for that 87 yards. Blake Erickson's point after touchdown. 14-0. South Carolina State still in the first quarter. Del State back on offense having some problems. Right. They're running around here trying to make a play. And, you know, Glod throws the ball, and, you know, it's incomplete. I see Phillip Adams there and Raphael Bush on the defense. Forcing Del State into another punting situation, giving South Carolina State an opportunity. And you mentioned Trey Young. I tell you, really used his blockers and got this back upfield. Boy, wasn't that a big punt. And, you know, Trey comes back around the edge, gets it all the way back across the field. And, you know, he almost breaks it here. But, you know, they finally do get him out. And, you know, Malcolm gets the ball here to Travell Jameson. Travell runs a little ISO play, and, you know, he's driving it down close to the goal line. And then, you know, we come back and go with the little play-action pass here to Terrence Smith, and Terrence runs it down to about the 1 or 2 yard line. And, you know, we've been giving the ball back to the backs deep in the backfield. This time we decided to sneak it. You know, Malcolm just drives it in there for the score. Malcolm Long on the 2-yard touchdown run. That's a 7-play, 42-yard drive. Only took 2.5 minutes. And right now, Coach, you get comfortable all of a sudden, 21-0. But this has been a problem for us during the course of the year. We've gotten up on folks and not able really to just take them out. Yeah, and, you know, it was disappointing the fact that we come back and give up this touchdown on the kickoff return. And you see the guy put the little shake and bake move on Blake. Blake always talks about how great an athlete he is there. I'm going to show him this tomorrow. 90 yards on that touchdown return for LaRon Moore. But Will Ford comes back, Coach. Haven't seen him on kickoff returns. But I tell you what, he can run them back as well. Well, Trey had so many returns that we need to give him a little blow, so we stick Will in there, and he almost breaks it. Gets it up into Delaware State territory at the 48-yard line. Malcolm outside to Trey Young, and Trey making it happen after catching the football. You can see him make that first guy miss. That's the difference between a really good player and just an ordinary guy. You know, we end up stalling this drive, and I had to call a timeout right at the end of the quarter because we wanted to kick the ball with the wind, and Blake gets in and bangs it through from about 37 yards. 37-yard field goal for Blake Erickson. A 5-play, 29-yard drive makes it 24-7 South Carolina State in the defense. Phillip Adams with a big play.
Nice play there. And, you know, for some reason, they looked like they were picking on Phillip a little bit. So I challenged him at halftime to see if he could get in there and make a play or two. This, you know, is another little slant ball there that the guy gets on him. And, you know, we got to get him stopped here. I think we see another ball here that this guy catches on him, which is a little old hook pass.
Phil makes a tackle there, driving down Delaware State against South Carolina State's defense, but the red zone, tough sledding for the Hornets.
There's old Julius Wilkerson, and, you know, Marcus James is getting in and getting a play. So, you know, we get them to the point where they have to kick a field goal, and then they miss the field goal.
Delaware State missing that opportunity. That would keep the score at 24-7 at that point. Still 8.5 minutes to go in the second quarter, Coach, and when you think you have a lull, Malcolm Long bails you out.
Yeah, you know, what happens here is that they actually have a guy that they're inserting into the run defense, and, you know, he's also the guy who covers that deep outside part of the field. And, you know, we get Trey inside of him, and we get a big 80-yard touchdown pass.
Okay, well, that opens up that defense a little bit. 80 yards on the pass and catch from Malcolm Long to Trey Young. One-play 80-yard drive. 31-7 South Carolina State was where the first half ended on Saturday. We've got to take a time out here on the Buddy Pough Show. When we come back, we'll have more on this edition.